December 26, the U.S. President Joe Biden signed the Fiscal Year 2025 National Defense Authorization Act (NDAA) into law, which reinstated the sanctions provisions under the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act. This decision has sparked new waves of controversy in Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region (HKSAR) government quickly expressed strong opposition, accusing the US of interfering in China's internal affairs. However, this is not just a clash centered on Hong Kong. It's a prime example of how the US leverages the NDAA to project its global influence. Welcome to Black Bloc Hong Kongers, your go-to channel for in-depth discussions on international politics and global crises. Stay tuned as we uncover the truths behind the headlines. Like, share, and subscribe to join our community of critical thinkers. At face value, the NDAA is an annual U.S. legislative framework to allocate military budgets and outline defense policies. In practice, it operates as a strategic tool, from setting personnel salaries to developing cutting-edge technology and imposing sanctions on foreign entities. The NDAA addresses a wide range of issues. Its influence extends beyond military operations, becoming a critical extension of U.S. foreign policy, economic strategy, and human rights advocacy. The inclusion of sanctions provisions targeting Hong Kong this time underscores the flexibility of the NDAA in pursuing America's geopolitical goals. Economic pressure mounting. Although U.S. sanctions target specific officials and entities, their broader implications threaten international investor confidence. Hong Kong's status as a global financial hub depends on a stable business environment. Strengthened U.S. sanctions could lead to capital flight, undermining Hong Kong's competitiveness in global markets, escalating political tensions. On the political front, these sanctions are aimed at officials enforcing the Hong Kong national security law, placing pressure on the HKSAO government. However, the government's defiant response indicates it has no intention of yielding. As sanctions intensify, the confrontation between Hong Kong and the US is likely to escalate further. The US has repeatedly used the NDAA to impose sanctions on other nations, such as Russia, Iran, and Myanmar, demonstrating how it blends military and diplomatic strategies. These actions serve as both punitive measures against specific countries and symbolic gestures, underscoring U.S. commitment to human rights, democracy, and the international order. Russia. Lessons from the Crimea crisis. In 2014, following Russia's annexation of Crimea, the U.S. swiftly included sanctions in the NDAA. These measures targeted Russia's energy, financial, and defense sectors, delivering a severe blow to its economy. However, the sanctions had limited success in altering Russia's geopolitical actions. Myanmar. The Rohingya crisis experience. U.S. sanctions on Myanmar's military leadership, including asset freezes and financial restrictions, weakened the military's international ties but had little impact on ending local violence. This highlights the symbolic nature of U.S. sanctions, which often fall short of effecting significant policy changes in target nations. Global attention on Hong Kong. By reinstating the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act under the NDAA, the U.S. is drawing international attention to Hong Kong's political situation. While the HKSAO government asserts that the national security law protects human rights, global criticism of its enforcement is likely to grow, further tarnishing Hong Kong's international reputation. Escalating U.S.-China rivalry. This move targets not just Hong Kong, but also reflects broader US-China competition. China may respond with countermeasures, such as restricting American businesses operating in its markets or supporting sanctioned Hong Kong officials, further deepening tensions between the two powers. Indirect impact on ordinary citizens. While sanctions primarily target officials and businesses, the economic and political pressures on Hong Kong could trickle down to ordinary citizens over time. Job opportunities may shrink, living costs could rise, and an ongoing exodus of residents might accelerate as uncertainty mounts. Mounting challenges ahead, as China turns Hong Kong into a hub for international financial crimes, aiding sanctioned nations like Russia and Iran in economic activities. The US has responded by reinstating the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act under the NDAA. This sends a clear signal of further pressure on Hong Kong. Hong Kong's status as an international financial center now faces unprecedented challenges. Navigating global sanctions and domestic pressures will pose a monumental test for the HKSAR government, with the future looking increasingly uncertain. Thank you for watching BlackBlock Hong Kong's Global Insight Network. Like, share, and subscribe for in-depth analyses on international politics and critical issues. Explore these videos next and join the conversation for a more insightful world.